So guys, in the last video part, we have discussed the conduction, how conduction is happening and what is the direction of conduction. Now I would like to start this ECG series, the basics of ECG. So let me write ECG. So ECG is basically a tool. It's a tool to record the electrical activity of your heart. Okay. So now there are two things. If you want to, you have electrocardiogram. I will write the definition in a moment about ECG, what is the ECG. But please first understand what is electrocardiogram and electrocardiograph. Electrocardiogram. Electrocardiogram means whatever record you are getting, whatever electrical changes are happening in the cardiac cycle, the record of that which you are getting is called electrocardiogram. Whatever record you are getting is called electrocardiogram. But electrocardiograph is the machine. It is the machine which is recording the ECG. Yeah, very nice. So graph is machine. Graph is machine. So don't think graph is which you get in the hand. No, don't get a confusion. So graph is machine. Clear? So if they ask you what is electrocardiogram, gram is basically the record of what you are getting in hand, the changes which are happening in the cardiac cycle, the electrical events which are happening in the cardiac cycle will be called electrocardiogram. But electrocardiograph is the machine which you use to record the electrocardiogram. So can I say electrocardiograph is used, electrocardiograph is used to produce ECG, that is electrocardiogram. Can I say electrocardiograph is used to produce electrocardiogram? Very nice. So I hope you have understood. Okay. Now what is electrocardiography then? So electrocardiography is the phenomenon of extracellularly. Please write the definition of electrocardiography. So electrocardiography is basically the extracellular recording of summed up electrical events of all the cardiac muscle fibers. Generated with each heartbeat. Kindly try to highlight this. Okay. So you have a graphic recording, isn't it? Can I say you are doing a graphic recording of the electrical activity? The word to be not to be forgotten is electrical activities. So what you are doing, how you are recording is by the use of electrodes. You have some electrodes to record this. And you place these electrodes on the surface of the body. You place these electrodes on the surface of the body, and that records the changes in the potential differences, voltage differences. Okay, fine. So this records the changes in the potential difference or voltage differences. So the person, So the person who genius who got the Nobel Prize in physiology, no, Nobel Prize in medicine, no, can say medicine or physiology. He got this Nobel Prize for discovering. His name was this person, this guy, William Enthoven. It was this William Enthoven. It was this William Enthoven. So this William Enthoven, he was the guy. He was from Netherlands. That's why they also have put a for his stamp for his contribution in this field. He basically gave this contribution in the ECG. He started inventing galvanometers. He made a string galvanometer, guys, and that string galvanometer was recording the electrical activity. Okay, and he recorded these all tracings. He recorded these all ECG deflections. He recorded these currents in some letter form. He gave a P, Q, R, S, T. Okay, he arranged those currents. He arranged those currents in the form of P, Q, R, S, T. Okay, this form he recorded the currents. Okay, so basically he also gave a triangle that is called Enthoven's triangle, which we will be discussing during the ECG lectures. Enthoven's triangle. He gave an Enthoven's triangle. Okay, so this ECG basically works on the principle of currents. As you already know, your heart is behaving as a current, isn't it? It is producing a current from the SA node, and that current is starting the contraction in the myocardial cells. Okay. Now you are applying some electrodes. You are applying some electrodes to the body. What he did is, see, can you see this person's when he made this ECG? He kept the left hand in the he has put the left hand and the right hand as an electrode. He has made them as an electrode, and he has also put the left leg in the electrode. Okay, left leg also. So this is right, left foot, and he has also kept his right leg, which is barefooted, on the ground. So this becomes a ground. This becomes the ground, like you have the ground at your home. And he was recording this electrical activity. So this as an electrode. So that means he was keeping his both the arms and legs busy with the electrode. That means he can make three combinations. You can make three combinations. One electrode was from right to left, which was called lead 1, and this, okay, lead 2, and this lead 3. Okay, I'll be teaching in detail, don't worry. I'm just giving you a concept of this. Okay, I'll be telling you what is a lead, what is a what is a bipolar lead, what is an augmented lead, what is a unipolar lead. That is what you have to get the concept, which you are lagging behind. Now see, the basic fundamental is that your body is acting as a conductor, because your body has cells have fluids, and fluids are good conductors of electricity. Therefore, whatever changes the heart is happening, whatever changes, electrical changes, I should speak the word electrical changes because we are concerned about electricity. So electrical changes are happening in the heart, that all will be conducted to the body surface, and you can pick them on the body surface, isn't it? Whatever his heart is producing activity, that will be conducted to the body surface, because conductors and insulators, I hope, at least from your basics, and you can at any point pick up that activity, that electrical activity, from the body surface. This recording of the electrical features which you are saying ECG is called that ECG, electrocardiogram. Electrocardiogram. Okay, clear? So where are we using this ECG? I was going into USD, I'm sorry. So what are the uses of this ECG? What are its uses? You are using it for checking the orientation of the heart. Orientation of the heart. Okay, how it is anatomically located, how it is anatomically oriented in the chest cavity. Okay, you are able to relatively compare the sizes of chambers. Although it's not the best, but I'm saying you can see. Okay, relatively comparing the size of the chambers, chambers. Okay, third, rhythm and conduction. You can check. Myocardial ischemia, MI, myocardial infarction. Okay, location of MI at least, and MI progression. Progression, fine, clear? Or any electrolyte changes happening in your body. You know, electrolyte changes: hyperkalemia, hypokalemia, hypernatremia, hyponatremia, hypocalcemia, hypermagnesemia, hypomagnesemia. These all can be seen on the ECG. So electrolyte changes. So electrolyte changes, guys. Electrolyte changes. Okay. Electrolyte changes. Also, effects of some drugs which you have taken. For example, yesterday we read a drug digitalis. For example, yesterday we read a drug which was increasing the QT prolongation. Okay, anti-arrhythmic drug we had taken, isn't it? So those drugs you can see what is digitalis toxicity. Okay, digitalis toxicity. Digitalis toxicity was changing. Okay, digitalis toxicity was changing the electrical activity. Did we see how it was, increasing the intracellular sodium ions, intracellular, calcium with that secondary transport, isn't it? So that was actually giving more, that was making the cell susceptible to also some ectopic focus also, isn't it? And also, how is the efficiency of your pacemaker? Efficiency of your pacemaker. It is a best tool in a cardiology ward, and also, you write it, everyday life we put it in the OPD investigations. Like we need, a patient comes to me with a chest pain, ECG, isn't it? Patient comes to me with, shortness of breath, chest pain and all, I take, CXR, chest X-ray, and then I take ECG also. Okay, there guys. Now see, how we are recording this. How we are recording this is, your muscle is generating an action potential. Your muscle is generating an electrical current. And if you put some electrodes, if I have an image here, if I put some electrodes, see, today you don't see this, isn't it? You don't put a person in the buckets in the hospital and he make him sit like this. I hope you haven't gone in ECG like this, isn't it? So what you do is, you have, I think you have this. Can we see the electrodes? Where is my ECG machine? Yeah, this is the ECG machine which I have here. Just a second. Just a second. So guys, this is the electrocardiograph which you have seen in the hospitals when you are sending the patients, or you have also undergone an ECG investigation in the hospital. So this is the electrocardiograph, and you have some electrodes there which they connect to your left hand, left arm, right arm and left leg, isn't it? And they put a chest electrodes also, isn't it? They put a chest electrodes also, V12, V6 or V9, whatever they want. And then you are able to record an electrical activity. Okay, fine. So what we have an ECG paper. Okay, the recording which we are doing, what we are actually recording, by the way, dash. What we are recording? We are actually recording the action potentials. We are actually recording the action potentials of the muscle, heart, myocardium cells. Okay, and you are connected these. See, they have those cables. Can we see? So you are connecting that in this. You are connecting them in this, and they are applying those in your hands. Have you seen the technician doing this? Have you seen the technician doing this? Yeah. So see, what we have is we have this. Can we see this ECG paper here, which will come out like a fax machine, isn't it? It will be recording. Okay. So what they put is that this electrodes, uh, the speed of the paper is kept. The speed of the paper is kept. So a standard recording. So this paper is coming with a speed. Now I give you an example. I have a paper like this and I keep my pencil. I keep my pencil like this. Let me make a pencil here, a black color pencil. And this black color pencil is kept like this. Okay. So if I keep a pencil, and you move this paper, if I move this paper, what will happen? This pencil will trace something. It is so simple concept. If I keep a pencil on the paper and I move the paper, you drag the paper, what will happen? You will get a tracing. So will it depend on the speed on which you dragged the paper? You dragged the paper, the speed will be dependent on that. So how much force you applied, how much speed with which you got a stroke will have an effect on the paper. So if you have a speed here, this was the paper, and you wanted the peak here, you wanted the peak at point A, but you moved the paper so fast that you got the peak at B. So is your speed manipulating the ECG? Is your speed going to manipulate the ECG? Yeah. So that's why we have a standard speed. We have a standard speed. The speed is 25 millimeter per second. Please remember, 25. That's why on the ECG, if you check at home any ECG you have, they will have written below 25 mm per second. 25 mm per second. I'm giving you a conceptual review. They don't teach this, but I'm making it a more explainable. Okay. And these tracings which are produced will be called as standard ECG. Will be called as standard speed, standard recording speed. And now this ECG paper which you are using, it's not an ordinary paper. It has some graphical boxes like a graph you have. If you can, for me, please, I had already told you bring a graph paper. That's my way of teaching. So please put your graph paper in the front. Think that it is an ECG paper. Okay. And now you can see like this. Where is the graph, by the way? If you see this ECG paper, it's like this. If you see this paper, it's like this. Okay, guys, it's like this. So if you see this ECG paper, it's like this. You can see so many boxes. Okay. I want to make it clear today so that you learn it at home also, practice it at home. So if I take these, if you see there are some big boxes and there are some small boxes, I will show you how they are big. If I take one box like this, can we see this? This is a big box. This is again a one 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 big box. Can we see the big boxes? Can we see the big boxes? Every big box has inside 5 vertical boxes and 5 horizontal boxes. 5 vertical boxes, 5 horizontal boxes. That means how many total boxes in total in one big box? That means 25 small boxes in one big box. 25 small boxes in one big box. Clear? Are we clear?